The Minister of Armed Forces of France, Florence Parly, received a ceremonial guard of honor on her arrival at Delhi. She will soon reach Ambala along with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh for the formal induction of the first batch of 5 fighter Rafale jets at the Ambala Air Base at 10 am. The induction of one of the most potent combat jets globally will give the country's air power a strategic edge in the midst of a bitter border row with China in eastern Ladakh. The fleet, comprising 3 single-seater and 2 twin-seater aircraft, are being inducted into the IAF as a part of its Ambala-based No. 17 Squadron, also known as the Golden Arrows. The Air Force has also procured new generation medium-range modular air-to-ground weapon system HAMMER to integrate with the Rafale jets. Now HAMMER, which means Highly Agile Modular Munition Extended Range, is a precision-guided missile developed by the French defense major Safran. The missile was originally designed and manufactured for the French Air Force and Navy. The new fleet will be a part of the 17th Squadron of the Indian Air Force, which was resurrected on September 10 last year. The squadron was originally raised at Air Force Station Ambala on October 1, 1951. India today saw another biggest single-day spike of 95,735 new COVID-19 cases and 1,172 deaths in the last 24 hours. The total case tally now stands at 44,65,000, including 9,19,000 active cases, 34,71,000 cured, discharged or migrated, and 75,000 deaths. ICMR meanwhile has said that the total number of samples tested up to September 9 is 5,29,34,000, including 11,29,000 samples which were tested yesterday. The International Monetary Fund meanwhile has warned that the COVID-19 pandemic is far from over and underscored the need for multilateral cooperation to ensure adequate supplies once a vaccine is available. In an essay published in Foreign Policy magazine, IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva and Chief Economist Geeta Gopinath said that the ongoing economic recovery from the crisis was a result of the rapid implementation and unprecedented scale of government and central bank support, but more efforts would be needed. The IMF has provided emergency funding to 75 countries, including 47 low-income countries, and said it was ready to provide further support to a wider range of middle-income countries. In addition to supporting businesses and workers and investing to arrest global warming and reverse rising inequality, the IMF leaders said that governments must cooperate internationally to bring the health crisis to an end. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary described actor Rhea Chakraborty's arrest over drug charges as ludicrous and called her a Bengali Brahmin lady in a series of tweets he put out on Wednesday. Chaudhary, the Congress leader in Lok Sabha and the party's West Bengal chief, also accused the BJP of turning Sushant Singh Rajput into a Bihari actor to score political points ahead of the Bihar election. He said Rhea's father is a former military officer, served the nation. Rhea is a Bengali Brahmin lady. Justice to actor Sushant Rajput should not be interpreted as a justice to Bihari. He further wrote that departed star Mr. Sushant Singh Rajput was an Indian actor. BJP turned him into a Bihari actor only to score electoral brownie points. The Congress meanwhile has slammed the BJP after the party's Bihar unit released Justice for Sushant Singh Rajput posters and banners. The Nitish Kumar government in Bihar, which the BJP is a part of, is seen to claim credit for the transfer of Sushant Singh Rajput investigation to the CBI. The war of words between Bollywood actor Kangana Ranaut and the ShivSena has taken a serious turn after Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation demolished a part of her bungalow at Pali Hill in Bandra on Wednesday. In a fresh attack on the BMC and Shiv Sena, Kangana Ranaut said on Thursday that the party is ready to sell its ideology for power and become Sonia Sena from Shiv Sena. Kangana Ranaut went on to refer BMC officials as goons after the partial demolition of her office in Mumbai. She said on Twitter, the ideology on which Balasaheb Thackeray built the Shiv Sena, the party today is ready to sell its ideology and become Sonia Sena from Shiv Sena. She further called BMC officials goons and said that the goons who demolished my house behind my back, don't call them civic body. She said because of these petty crimes that they do, Devendra Fadnavis ji must have suggested that the BJP does alliance with them. One must never succumb to bullies. After losing elections, Shiv Sena shamelessly made Milawat Sarkar and turned into Sonia Sena. External Affairs Minister S. Shankar will be meeting the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang on the sidelines of the SCO meet in Russia on Thursday evening. The meeting between the two foreign ministers comes days after the latest skirmish in Ladakh between the troops of India and China, who have been engaged in a bitter standoff for several months. The foreign minister will be attending the Shanghai Cooperation Organization ministerial meet earlier in the day and later hold a bilateral meet on the sidelines at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Besides the bilateral talks, the two leaders are also expected to come face to face during a luncheon meeting of foreign ministers of Russia, India, China on Thursday.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.